Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't guessed by the title, PewDiePie should be banned from the internet. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alinity is in the news again, calling PewDiePie out for cyberbullying her. Now, what do you think she means by cyberbullying? Well, I'll show you. But before that, let's talk about my new Teespring. Links below. Throw a subscription on the channel if you like what I do here. And as always, I appreciate you watching. And let's dive right into this.
I'm pretty sure you guys are all aware of what's been going on with PewDiePie. His entire community has decided to cyberbully me.
When you say cyberbully, do you mean call you out for your bullshit and put you on blast for shouting at the top of your voice that you're going to copy strike PewDiePie? Is that what you mean by cyberbullying? Because if that's the case, then anytime someone gets critiqued or criticized, it's bullying. You weren't bullied, Alinity. You're just an idiot and a thought.
But then a few days ago, I think it was 2 days, I don't know when it was. I'm not managing my social media anymore. I have somebody doing that for me.
So you mean you got ran off of social media because you got called out too many times and you're going to have a cry. Gotcha.
So I don't know when it was, but he decided to retweet this tweet, and we're gonna watch it together, and so that we can make our own conclusions about it, okay? And I just want to reiterate that PewDiePie retweeted this video.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Well, if you don't do and say stupid things on the internet, people won't retweet those stupid things. Learn, Alinity, learn.
There's this one clip where she very publicly admits to committing marriage fraud, that she moved to Colombia and married this guy just so she could move to Canada.
You don't make any money, you work a lot. So I was like, no, hell no. So I married a Canadian, and I came to Canada. And then I divorced him.
Ha 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 ha.
Some background info, that was me and Maria on a drunk Friday being quite drunk.
So right here, Alinity tries to use being drunk as the excuse. But if any of you have ever had a drink, you know that when you're the most honest is when you're drunk. You let things slip and things come out of your mouth that shouldn't. So she obviously did not marry this guy for love. She married him to get the hell out of Colombia.
I started playing a lot of WoW, and I met Ryan, and Ryan came and visited me to Colombia for a few times, and we became boyfriend girlfriend. And so it was really hard because he lived in Canada, and he couldn't work in Colombia, and he just traveled a lot back and forth from Canada to Colombia to visit me and stuff. And we made a decision to get married. I really wanted to come here to Canada and study, and I really did love him. And so we got married. The sponsorship took a whole year to take place. And so in the year of the sponsorship, he cheated on me a few times.
Right.
In a month, I think it was, no, maybe like a week before I actually got my visa, he cheated on me with this girl, and it was all over Facebook, and I saw like them together by the fireplace, like kissing and shit. And so I was really sad, but despite of that, I decided to come to Canada and try and make things work, and things didn't work because I just couldn't get over the past that he had cheated on me.
I can understand if a person wants to work out something when they're getting married and there's some cheating or anything else going on. But the question here begs to be answered. How long was it after your sponsorship that you guys got divorced? That's what the world would like to know, and anyone who questions you on whether or not you honestly married him for love. And that's going to be questions that are asked of you by the Canadian government, because you will probably have an investigation, and they will look into that past and how long you were in country before you decided to drop him on his ass after knowing that he had cheated on you before you moved to the country. You saw all this stuff. You knew who he was. And yet, what did you need the most from him? A fucking visa. You didn't do it for love. You cheated the system. Who cares? You fucked up. And you know what? now you have to pay the price for being drunk and saying stupid shit on a stream.
And so we divorced. And so when on this clip I say, like, I was going to medical school and I married a Canadian and I divorced him and here I am, is the truth. That doesn't mean that our marriage wasn't legit. That doesn't mean that in the moment that we got married, I wasn't in love.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
We did the whole sponsorship process and it was a very long process and it killed us and it killed our relationship. But it doesn't mean that I committed fraud.
So what you just heard was Alinity backpedaling on her story. She said earlier in the video that it was the stuff that he did before with cheating and whatnot, and that's what pushed her to the edge. She wanted to give it a chance, and then it happened again the day before her sponsorship went through. And now she's saying that the sponsorship process was too hard. What did you have to do, Alinity? Show him a bunch of paperwork and that was super hard for you? Or maybe it was the fact that the dude freaking dicked another broad and that's why you wanted to break up with him and divorce him, but you waited until you got your citizenship because you wanted to study in Canada and you wanted to be out of a shithole that is Colombia. Maybe. I would assume, right? Come on. Come on. Be honest here. Come on.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Now, him retweeting this
You're a
tweet
whore.
that basically
You're a whore.
calls
Just
for
admit
me
it.
That I did
You're a
fraud,
whore. You
caused
whore
a
yourself
lot of
out
people
online. You
in his
whore
little
yourself out in front of your
communities,
family and your
9-year-olds
friends.
that have been blocking
You're a
on Instagram.
whore.
I'm
Plain
telling
and
you guys,
simple.
These are like 9-year-olds. Like, they're very young children. And now they're all falsely reporting me to the Canadian government. Now that's illegal. Okay? You can't do that.
That's just totally wrong. It's just like wrong.
Now, the Canadian government is very likely going to make an investigation about it. And me and Ryan, my ex, are prepared to prove them that, yes, we were in love and yes, our relationship was legit and we did everything legit. So I just
a heads up here, Alinity. PewDiePie can retweet whatever he wants. That's his benefit of being an individual. And also, his audience, his fans, his 9-year-old fans, as you would go on and say, who do you think your fans are, Alinity? Your fans are 9-year-old boys who want to see you have those mistakes that you mentioned, slip, fall, show off some skin. Yours are 9-year-old boys, just they're not watching you for your content, they're watching you to fap.
There was a ghost. There's ectoplasm.
That's what they're doing. Now, to call them out for reporting you to the Canadian government, you're the one who said it on live on stream. You're the one who's potentially breaking the law, and that's not against the law to report something that they believe to be true, which came from your own mouth, so it is not against the law. So, Alinity, before you try to talk about the law, one, you don't even understand fair use, girl. You are an idiot. You think you can just claim people's videos for money. You think that people can't send a little bit of information to the Canadian government and be like, hey, this may be a fraudulent marriage. Why? Why? Why can't they do that? Because, oh, you don't like it? Oh, because PewDiePie has a big audience? Well, maybe you don't fuck with the biggest YouTuber on the platform like a fucking idiot. Maybe if you didn't mess with him, try and claim him, shout about claiming him, his fanboys wouldn't be up your ass. You'd have no worries. But you're not smart enough to do that. You want to scream on stream, and you keep making these videos, calling him out. You know you're going to have more people going after you because of this, but you're too dumb to realize that.
maybe call a little bit attention about what he's doing. And I'm being told that I am not the first person that he's done this to. He shouldn't be allowed to do this. And I don't know how this hasn't been stopped earlier on.
You do not get to say who bans and is banned off of the internet. You don't get to say that. Shut the fuck up. You don't get to say that.
But you, when you're a content creator, you are responsible for a community.
Wrong.
For a community that whatever you do is going to influence your community, because these people that follow you see you like a god. I think that as a content creator, you have to be responsible for the people that follow you.
Wrong.
And the things that you say when a person follows you. I don't think it's okay to allow your community to bully somebody in the way that I've been bullied.
Wrong.
In this past, I don't know, it's been over a week now. I think that we need to do something about this before this escalates any further, because over the past 5 years, I've done a lot of silly things. I've said a lot of silly things that I think that can be taken out of context.
I'm sorry, Alinity, but you cannot hold a content creator accountable based on his fans' actions. That's just not how it works. I'm sorry. If you don't want the big boys' fans to come at you, don't punch up. I mean, if you're not willing to take the risk, then don't attack a person like PewDiePie. He cannot control what his fans are going to do. There's 65 million of them. Are you so slow that you don't understand if you attack a guy with 65 million people that some of his fans are going to be pissed off at you for acting like a thought and being a piece of shit? If you don't get that by now, get the fuck off the internet. If you're going to cry about it now, get the fuck off the internet. Don't call him out and expect his fans to just be okay with that. Are you fucking stupid? You must be. There must be some sort of lapse in your brain if you want to hold him accountable for others' actions. The only actions he's accountable for are his own. And what? He fucking retweeted something? Well, maybe, just maybe, don't attack him and don't say stupid shit live on stream and then use the excuse of I was drunk. That's your own fault. Get over it.
Imagine you streamed for 5 years, full time. I've gotten drunk, I've fallen, my butt has shown, and Twitch has been behind my back the whole time. Like, hey, it's okay, just delete the clips, we're cool. I've been good with Twitch. I've never even had a 24-hour suspension. I've never had a suspension on Twitch.
That's because you've been lucky. You should have been suspended probably many a times, but Twitch tends to favor women, and they'll let them get away with anything. They'll give them warnings. But if you're a male Twitch streamer, you drop a bad word, you say something out of hand, you show off a body part you shouldn't by accident, and you're banned. So don't act like this is something to show how good you are. You're lucky, and you're a girl. That's the only reason why. We all know Twitch favors its women streamers, so shut the hell up, Alinity.
I am tired, and I think that this isn't going to stop. And it looks like this isn't going to stop.
Oh, what, you gonna cry? No, go ahead, cry. Let me see you. Let me see you cry.
And I just don't think it's okay. I really don't think this is okay. I know, and I know I have a lot of support by my community, but I gotta tell you guys, like, we're a very small army. We're just very small compared to him. These numbers matter because these kids are doing some things that are just evil. Like, it's just evil. Some of the things they're saying and some of the things they're doing, they're evil. So I feel the need to clear my name, and I think I did a pretty good job at showing you guys, explaining you guys the whole immigration thing. The announcement is over. That's all really I wanted to talk about. So yeah, that's just kind of evil. How do you say that? Like, when a group that is oppressed by being called a name, like the N-word, and how, like, black friends call each other's nigga.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him.
Oh, everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid.
You commit not saying that ever again? Okay. Well, I'm part black, so I don't see why why would they say that? Well, I wouldn't say. I'm like 10% black. I don't think I...
July 19th was the day I found out I'm black.
You want to call PewDiePie out for the actions of his fans and for retweeting something, but you're the girl who just was live on cam the other day, dropping the N-bomb, and then making it seem like it's okay because you're 10% black. I'm sorry, Whoa Vicky, but it's not. You do not get to do that. So, before you hold someone else accountable, get your own actions in line. You are worthless and a horrible human being if you're going to constantly try and call someone else out. You better not live in a fucking glass house. On that note, guys, If you like what I do here, throw a subscription on the channel. And if you want to see some other great content, I do some live streams and did post a video about a good friend of mine, Bearing's channel, going down today. Be sure to check that out and share that around. Throw a like on the video, check out my links, and I will see you tomorrow.